Google has recently launched a new version of Google Sites, which I'm very happy about. And today I'm going to show you the basics of the new Google Sites and talk a little bit about why we should use this in our school. The EHS Technology Corner website was recently updated with the new Google Sites, and hopefully you guys can see that you can create some pretty nice looking websites using this new tool. So why would we want to use this tool at Exeter High School? The main reason I would say for now is that a lot of the websites that you guys are using for projects are being blocked by Lightspeed, which is our web filter for school. So Google Sites works seamlessly with Lightspeed, so you will be able to access your published website, unlike other websites we've had issues with, such as Wix and Weebly, for example. So using a Google site is a great tool for you to use for a digital portfolio for a class. It meets many of the ISTE standards when you use this, and I will put up here a few examples of which they meet. And it's much easier to use than the prior Google sites. If you ever tried to use the other Google sites, it was frustrating and very challenging in a lot of ways, and it was not very user-friendly. So I hope that you guys will see how you can use this in your classes and how you can make really nice looking websites like the one I have here. I'm going to walk you through it. To access the new Google Sites, you will need to have a Gmail account. So our school is part of the G Suite for Education, and so our school domain email will work just fine, which is your first initial last name at sau16.org. So you can go ahead and log in with that. The other thing you should be aware of is that you will not be able to reach the new Google Sites if you are searching with a browser such as Firefox or Safari. So just keep that in mind. A direct way to get to the new Google Sites is by typing in the URL once you are logged in to Google, sites.google.com/new. So this is one way to get to the new sites. There is another way to get to the new sites. There's multiple ways, but if you click on, from your Google Drive, if you click on the New tab and go to More, and then click on Google Sites, it will direct you to the new Google Sites. So once you get into the new Google Sites, you're going to notice a couple things. You can title your page up here. Titling my page, a new place here to add a logo, which I think is really cool. And if you want to add a logo, you can just hit select and search if you want to look online. And because we are Blue Hawks, I did notice that there is a Blue Hawk symbol that we could use. For using Google Sites have already been okayed for Creative Commons usage. So I can use this Blue Hawk on my website without worrying about copyright issues, which is great. So I'm just going to choose to keep that background white. So now I have my website. I'm going to enter the site name again here. And we have three main sections of the new Google Sites. You have the Insert section, the Pages section, and the Themes section. So why don't we go ahead and title the first page for now. You'll notice here that you can make the text a title, a heading size, or subheading size. So that's one thing to notice. I can also keep my text aligned left, center, or right, for example. And you could hyperlink the text to a website if you want by clicking that. And you can also just hit the trash can to delete the text. So next you're going to go to change image, and this is going to change the background. I should point out before we start that there's three header types. Title only will only have text. Banner and large banner allow you to change the background and add images. So if we go to change image and select image, we are going to search for an image, and I have just recently discovered, after a student pointed this out to me, that you can insert GIFs. So let me just find one to show you for an example here, and I'm just going to pick the first one that I find. And so you can see that this adds some movement to the website, which is really neat. the other thing you can do on the header is I can double click on the header and I could add images if I'd like. And you can search images again, and I'll just pick, since we have this world theme, I'll pick a world again and just find one that I think would stand out against that dark background. I'll just pick this one, hit select. And so you can have images in the foreground and images in the background, which is pretty neat. We should definitely pick a theme for our website. So you can kind of just go through the different themes and click on them. It will change the text. You can also pick, one of the newer features on here now is the spill bucket, where you can pick specific colors to match your theme. So maybe I want to pick on that bright green color to match the earth. So I can click that. And I can also click on the font style. So if I want a different style of font, I can just click on that. So once you have your theme all set, we're going to just play around with this. So you're going to double click on the white space below and we can add some text. So if you hit the text box, you can add text to your website very easily. And then you can, again, drag the text box over and you can insert next to this either more text, or we can insert all kinds of stuff with the insert button. So if you have something in your Google Drive you want to insert, one of the things that's really fun to use with the Google Sites is Google Drawings. So if you've created a Google Drawing, you can upload it here by going to your Google Drive. And I'm just going to search for a Google Drawing and I'll add it. So this is a Google Drawing that I created to help a teacher out with a question on Edpuzzle. So it doesn't really have much to do with my theme, but anyway, so I inserted that over here. I found it in my recent. You can also insert a bunch of other things using the Insert tab. So you notice I put that right next to my text. Whenever you add a new section, there's some really nice stuff you can do with this. You can hit the emphasis button to change the background of the picture, or you can go to image and select an image, and you could go to the gallery of sort of canned images that they have already. So maybe I just want to find like a color or something. I'll pick that green, select. So maybe that just kind of breaks up the difference of my text. You're going to notice there's this little stars over here, and this adjusts the background for readability. So if you have text that doesn't show up, the image will be adjusted for you. And I don't really like that background, so I'm just going to pick a different one. I don't know if that's any better, but that's okay. So anyway, moving on, we can insert from YouTube. You can grab a YouTube video, and if you use YouTube, which I use frequently, you can insert your own YouTube videos that you've uploaded. So you can just click on that, and you can move this wherever you like. I could move it up next to this if I want, or bring it back. So you can insert all of these things, which is really nice, even Google Slides, Sheets, Forms, Charts, Maps, which is pretty neat. If you want to show the location of something specific, you can just enter the location. I will be soon traveling to France, so I could just type in France, and then I can select this, and I can add this to my website if I want. Kind of a nice feature. So pages. Very easy to add pages. You just go ahead and click on the page. You can add pages. There we go. Click the dots and you can make a subpage right here. So that will be a page within a page. So you may want that, and you'll notice here our navigation bar is going across the top. If you want to change the location of the navigation bar, you can go here to side navigation and then it will show up. Another nice thing about the new sites is that you can view with the eyeball what this will look like in different formats. So if you want to, let me go back to my home page where I have stuff. If I want to see what this is going to look like on a phone, then I can look at the phone preview. And I think that's a really nice feature of the new Google Sites. When you want to get out of preview mode, you just hit the X. So this is the really basic stuff of new Google Sites. There's a lot more we can do with this. You can even hide pages from navigation if you want, and sometimes you want that as a holding page, for example, and then you can link it somewhere else in your website. And with all the Google Sites, you can add editors to this. So you want to add editors, You can go ahead and invite people to work on this with you if you'd like to. And then when you're ready to publish, you're going to hit the publish button, and this will open up. You're going to see that our domain, sau16.org, is connected to this. So everyone's website will start off with sites.google.com/sau16.org, and then you're going to add whatever you want. I will call it I recommend that you keep this checked. You may do anyone on the web if you want your parents to be able to view this from home, but I do not want you guys to check this off to allow to appear in search results. It will just keep our websites a little more private for us. So go ahead and hit publish. Once you publish, you're going to notice that you can now drop down to view published site. And this is where you'll find the correct URL. If you are sharing a URL with your teacher, you can go up here, copy the URL, and paste it onto the Google Doc or in Google Classroom or however they want you to share that with them. So that is a pretty quick tutorial of how to use the new Google Sites. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thanks for watching.